Hello, good morning, and welcome to Daf Yomi Maseches Taanit, Daf Chaf, number 20. As I mentioned previously, I was hoping to get a special guest, a VIP guest, to join me to be my sidekick for Hanukkah. It didn't work out. He's a YouTuber, Shlomi Zions, whatever. Apparently, he davened here once. I don't know if he lives in Tulsa or not, but yeah, I wrote him an email asking if he wanted to join me. He didn't respond. So he's a busy guy, has his own YouTube channel. Why would he want to join a guy with only 539 subscribers and he has 37,000 subscribers? Right? Why would he want to join my share? Right? I'm just a lowly guy, a nobody on YouTube, a nobody. Someone told me, they said that when you write him an email, you have to give him something in return. Why is he gonna want to join your share? I wrote half-heartedly that I'll bring some donuts. It's Hanukkah. I'll bring some donuts. A little cute smiley face. It didn't attract his attention apparently. What I should have wrote, maybe next time I write to a semi-celeb, I'm gonna write. When my channel is bigger than yours, I'm still gonna have you collaborate with me. I will still let you collaborate with me, even though you only have 37,000 subscribers. I have 37 million subscribers. I will still collaborate with you. I will still include you in my fun. That's what I should have wrote. And it's the truth. I do believe it. One day I will have 37 million subscribers. I believe it. If you're listening to the share now, subscribe. Tell the person in shul next to you to subscribe. And he'll tell the person next to him to subscribe. Talk to all the leading Rabbanim and Agudas Yisrael and tell them to make public proclamations that the YouTube channel of Ben Sion Lang is a must watch, a must see. There is nothing better in the entire world. It's kosher entertainment at its best. If you do not have YouTube access because of your filter, there is um, another way of accessing my YouTube channel. It's called 613 Tube. This is a real thing. 613 Tube. It's a filter of YouTube. They filter the kosher kosher videos of YouTube. I don't know if I'd pass as a kosher video. The people who follow me and listen to some of the things I say, I probably wouldn't be considered a kosher YouTuber, but um, I am actually a part of 613. I've Googled 613 YouTube and I've typed in Ben Sion Lang and my videos have come up. So apparently I do fit the bill. I am part of 613 Tube, 613 YouTube. I forgot what it's called. 613 Tube. Go to it. You can check out my videos, even with your strongest filter, your native or net free or whatever, Etrog, whatever they have out there. I don't know. I got through the filter. Somehow I made it through the filter, and therefore all the leading rabbanim, this is manenu. I said it's more important than lighting Nero's Hanukkah. They said if you only have enough money to buy Nero's Hanukkah, or you could spend the money purchasing internet connection with 613 tube. Obviously comes with internet connection. They said it's better. All the rabbanim paskin, it's better to spend your money on 613 tube, on YouTube, on the internet, than buying Eros Hanukkah. It's official psak. You can read it on all the billboards, all Pashka Velikin, or what it's called, Pashka Vilin, whatever those signs are called. It's there. Oh, listen to this. You have to hear this. Right, Leibowitz, there's a psak. There's a psak by the Ligan Rabbanim. Leibowitz could affirm to this. What? Huh? Could he sit in one sitting in Blazel's room? Sit in his room? Why? You're giving a share now? Ah, okay. Alright, so I'm gonna stop it. What?
יכול עכשיו בסמדר. כל החצי השמאלי פנוי, אתה יכול בסמדר בחצי השמאלי.
Where, in Ezra's Nashim?
לא, חצי השמאלי.
in our section where we sit.
The left side of the base matter.
Sorry, I really
No problem. Okay, we're gonna move.
I guess the shear is.
Nah, it's okay. It's an amazing shear. Arabonim in Pasku, they Paskin, the rabbis Paskin. It's better to get a connection to the internet to watch my shiurim than to buy Nero's Hanukkah. They said it's adi. All right, we're moving to that. That is Nashim. Say hi. Hey, all my friends over here. All right. Hey, Mamrush, יותר טוב לקנות האינטרנט ולראות ולקנות נרוס חנוכה.
אבל אני יכול לקחת מראה, ואני אראה את עצמי גם. אני לא צריך לקחת
אם רק יש כסף בשביל אחד, עדיף לשמוע אותי. זה מה שהם אמרו, יש פשקווילין בכל בני ברק.
על מה?
יותר טוב לשמוע אותי ולקנות נרוס חנוכה. אם רק יש כסף בשביל אחד, עדיף לשמוע אותי. זה, כן? שמעת? שמעת, כן? Alright. Alright, we're gonna move over here to the left side of the base medrash. We're going over here. Alright, we're still on the move over here. We're about to get to the place. Alright, we made it here to the left side of the base medrash. It's a little loud over here, but hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Alright, we're going to start over here. Alright, we're going to start on Daf Chaf Amud Aleph. In the top, second line. We were talking about a story yesterday about Nakdimun Ben Gurion. He promised to pay either money or water if it didn't rain by a certain amount of time. The last day came, it hadn't rained yet. The second line, Adon Nichnas B'Simchasa L'Beis HaMerchas, Nakdimun Nichnas L'Beis HaMikdash. While the Adon went into joyously to bathe, Nakdimun went to Beis HaMikdash to daven. He was sad, he stood in tefillah. Amar lefanu Ribbono shel olam, Galoi v'yadu lefanecha shel l'chvod yasisi v'lo l'chvod beis Abba asisi. I didn't do it for you. I didn't do it for my father's house. Elo l'chvod asisi. I did it for your kavod Hashem. Shiyu mayim mitzuyin l'ol regalim. Should be water abundant for all the regalim. Miyan is kasher shamayim ba'avim v'yardu geshamim. Immediately it started to rain until the wells were filled with 12 wells were filled with water. But Osiro, there's even more. Each one came out of the Beis America, the bathhouse, one came out of the Beis Hamikdash. When they met each other, he said, you even owe me a little money. It was more than 12 wells that filled with water. Amarlo, Taanit me Maya, Amarlo, Yudani Shaloh Hirish, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Es Olomo, El B'Shvilcha. I know HaKadosh Baruch Hu disrupted this world on account of your tefillos. Eladayin Lishi Piston Pe'alach. I still have an answer to your claim that you don't owe me the money. She'otzim Chaz Mosai, that I can get my money from you. Shekmar Shaka Cham, Sham Bershusi Yardu. You see now that the sun has set, the clouds are apparent in the sky, and it's getting dark. So by the time it rained, there was already Shkia Sachama. Chazar v'nichnas Beis HaMikdash. Nakdim went back to the Beis HaMikdash. Tzatei v'amar b'tfilah. Again, he davened. Amar l'fan Ribbono shel olam hodea sheyesh lecha ahuvim ba'olamecha. Show the world that you have people that you love in your world. Miyad nispazru avim v'zarcha hachama. The clouds went away and the sun shone. If it wasn't that there was a hole, the sun pierced the clouds, I would have a taina against you. That I can get my money from you. Tana lo Nakdimon Shmo. It wasn't his real name wasn't Nakdimon. Ella. Ela Buni Shmo. His name was Buni. Lama Nikra Shmo Nakdim. What's he called Nakdim? Shenikta Rachama Ba'avuro, or it's Nikdama Chama Ba'avuro. The son Nikdama, say Nikdama, that's Nakdimon. The sun remained to the east for longer than it should have on account of him. 3 people caused the sun to stay out longer than it usually would. Moshe Yeshua ben Gurion. Ben Gurion Gemara, that's a tradition, like we just said in the Gemara. Yeshua Na'amikra. Yeshua is proof from a pasuk. The sun set, and the sun stayed there. And the moon also at a different time stood out longer than it should have. El Moshe, where do you know Moshe? Amar Rebbe Lazar, Asya Eichal Achal Achal. Tiv Hacha Achal Teis Bachta. This is by Moshe, I'm going to begin to give your fear over the nations. Tiv Hasam Achal Gadlacha. It says by Yeshua Achal Gadlacha, to make you great. So just like by Yeshua, he made him great through the sun staying out longer than it should have. So do by Moshe. B'Shmuel Bar Nachmani, Amar Asya Teis Teis. Tiv Hacha Achal Teis Bachta. It says by Moshe, I'm going to begin to give your fear over to the nation. Tiv Hasam. B'Yom Teis Hashem Es Amori, the day Hashem gave Yeshua control over the Amorim, over the Amorim, when the sun stood still, that war. So too by Moshe. Yochanan Amar Asya Mikuvei the Kra. You learn it after the actual pasuk. It says by Moshe, Asher Yishma Shimcha V'Ragzu V'Chalnu V'Necha. They should hear about you and be very afraid of you. When are they going to tremble and be very afraid of you? When the sun stood out, it's kept to the east for Moshe, so therefore it obviously showed that Moshe was very special and people should fear him. We said a curse, a city, a place, a Medina, that Geshamim fall in one city and they don't fall in another city. Both are a klala, both are cursed. Even for sure, the place where it doesn't rain, it's a curse, it doesn't have rain. Even in the city it does rain, it's going to be an abundance of rain, too much rain, and it's going to ruin the crops. I saw Yerushalayim Lanida B'nei Amrav Yehuda. There's a pasuk in Eicha, I think, somewhere. Yerushalayim is compared to a nida. Amrav Yehuda Amarav LeBracha. It's not a bad thing; it's actually a blessing. Kinida Yerushalayim, destruction of Yerushalayim is like a nida. Ma nida Yishla Het there. After Yerushalayim Yishla Takana. It's like a nida will be permissible at one point, so the Yerushalayim will be fixed up in the binyan by a shlishi. I saw Kalmana, compared to Yerushalayim to an almana, a widow. Amarav Yehuda LeBracha. It's a blessing. Kalmana below Kalmana. It's not exactly like an almana, it's close to an almana. The man goes overseas to travel, he has business traveling, he's going to return to her. So therefore, compared to an almana, Yerushalayim is going to be rebuilt. Hashem says, I made you lowly and embarrassed. It's a bracha. Shouldn't make you customs officials to collect taxes, and you shouldn't be police officers. Both are very demeaning jobs. Both are very tough jobs. What are demeaning jobs? He made them demeaning. They shouldn't appoint them to be these people that are tough people. He made them shvelim. They weren't roy to be police officers. It's not a fun job to be a police officer. Put your life at risk. Hashem should hit Klal Yisrael like the winds hit a reed in the water. Amrav Yudah, Amrav LeBracha. This is also a bracha. Amrav Shmuel, Bar Nachmani, Amrav Yochanan, Yonosan, Ma'adik Siv, Ne'emanim Pitzay Ohev, Benetaros, Nashikos, Sone. Good or trustworthy are the wounds of a person who loves you, and as it's better than the kisses of a person who hates you, which is going to trick you. It was better the curse that Achi Shiloni was a Navi. He cursed as Yisrael. Better than the bracha that Bilam Rasha blessed Klal Yisrael. Achi Shiloni Kilon Bekana. He compared Klal Yisrael to a reed. Amar Lahem to Yisrael. V'hika Hashem Yisrael Kashigana Kana. Hashem should hit you like moving a reed. Only it's able to sustain itself to live in a place of water. If you cut it down, you cut it in half, it's gonna grow, regenerate. The Sharasha of Merubin, it has many roots. even all the strong winds come, they don't uproot it. It goes with the wind. The winds die down. The kana remains in its place. He compared Klal Yisrael with a bracha to a cedar tree. It's not able to sustain itself in a place of water. If you cut it down, it won't regenerate. It won't grow back. It doesn't have a lot of roots. Even all the winds in the world blow it, it's not going to remove it from its place. Once a southern wind, a very strong wind comes, it's going to uproot it from its place. Another reason a kana is great, a reed is great. They made out of it a pen, which are able to write Sefer Torah and Nevi'im Ksubim. A person should be soft, flexible, like a kana, like a reed. They shouldn't be as hard as a cedar tree. He should be flexible. Those are the son of Rabbi Shimon and Yochai, I think. Migdal Godor, he was called Migdal Godor, Base Rabbo from his Rebbe's house. He was riding his donkey, Matayal Sfas Nar, and he was going on the bank of a river. It was Samach Simcha Gdola. He was very happy. He was even a little arrogant. And they, Shalom Torah Harbe, he learned a lot of Torah. It made him a little haughty. Top of Chafam Abayis, Nizamin Lo Adam Echad. He met a certain person, Shayam Mechur B'Yoter, he was very ugly. Either physically very ugly or his characteristic traits were very ugly. Amar Lo Shalom Alecha Rebbe, he said, Shalom. The ugly person said, how are you doing? He didn't respond to him. Amar Lo Reika. So Rebbe Ezer said to him, you're an empty person. How ugly are you? Is it possible that everyone from the place where you come from is as ugly as you? I have no idea. He says, if I'm so ugly, go to say the creator of me, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, tell him how ugly he made something so ugly. HaKadosh Baruch Hu made me. He made me the way he wanted to make me. So Rezer knew he made a mistake, he sinned. He got off from his donkey, he prostrated himself in front of him. He said, I heard your answer, please forgive me. I'm not forgiving you until you go to Uman, the creator that made me. Tongue in cheek, I heard a very cute quotation. People that go to Uman for Rosh Hashanah. Where's the Makor to go to Uman for Rosh Hashanah, right? People go to Uman. Uman is the burial site of Rav Nachman in Breslov. They go there on Rosh Hashanah to daven, a special place for Kokos. Apparently Rav Nachman said, if you go to daven by Kever Rosh Hashanah, everything you have will be answered, or something like that. So they bring a raya from this Gemara. Eini mochel lecha, I'm not going to forgive you. Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur is time of forgiveness. Asher teilech l'uman, until you go to Uman. You like that? That's cute. It's not true. It's not the intention of the pasuk of the Gemara. It's cute nonetheless. Not forgiving you until you go to Hashem and tell him how ugly he made me. He was walking after him. He was trying to ask forgiveness until he got to the guy's city. People of the city came to greet him. Rabbi, Mori. They saw Eliezer, a big rabbi. They wanted to go to the door. They said, a Rebbe, our teacher, Rebbe. So this man, ugly man, he said, who are you calling Rebbe? Amar Lahem, Rabbi, to the person traveling behind you. Amar Lahem, Rebbe. If he's a Rebbe, there shouldn't be a lot of people like him in Israel. Amar Lahem, Nema, what's the reason? Amar Lahem, he told him the whole story. Amar Lahem, and even though he made a mistake, Macholo, forgive him, Shalom Gadol B'Toru. He's a great Talmid Chacham. Amar Lahem, B'Shvilchem Hareini Mochalo. On your account, I'm going to forgive him. As long as you shouldn't make this a habit of saying things like this. immediately after he got forgiveness, he went to the base medrash and he made a drasha. The olam yehayadam rach ikona. A person should always be flexible like a kana like akashik aris. He shouldn't be tough like the cedar tree. That's why a kana was zocha, that they should make it out of a pen. Lichtov bo a quill. Lichtov bo sefer Torah tefillin mezuzos, in order to write with ink, tefillin and Torah sefer Torah mezuzos. V'chein is ir sheyesh ba dever or mapolas. Not about a mapolas here, which has mapolas, has it's about to fall down a building. Not about mapolas amru brios v'lo ruos. That's also you cry out to Hashem. Mapolas amru brios v'lo ruos. I mean, the walls are sturdy and they're not bad walls. She'inan ruos lipo v'lo ruos lipo. Meaning it has to have walls that are not fit to fall down and not walls that are fit to fall down. So the Gemara says it's basically a repetition. I knew brios, I knew she'en ruos lipo. Strong walls is the same thing as saying that they're not fit to fall down. I knew ruos, I knew ruos lipo. It's two ways of saying bad walls. The second expression is to tell you, even if the wall is a good wall, it's still considered not sturdy. It's still considered ruios lipo. It's going to fall down if the wall is close to is very high, or it's next to a bank of water where the water is going to erode the stone, or erode the bricks, or whatever, the wood, and make the wall unsturdy. There was a certain wall like this that was on the banks of a river, or was very tall. The Shmuel, because it was a dangerous wall, they wouldn't pass under it. Even though 13 years it didn't fall down. Happened to be there. Shmuel said to Rav, if he said to Rav, let's go around the wall, we're not going to walk underneath it. We could walk underneath it. Rav was a great person that's with us. I'm not going to afraid that it's going to fall down on his account. Rav Huna had a lot of wine. In a certain house where the walls were dangerous walls. He wanted to get the wine out before it fell down. He secretly got Rav Barava to come with him. Engaged him in talking about Torah Adapanye. While he was doing that, he cleared out, he took the wine out of the house. Once he left the house, the wall fell down. Rav Barava felt what happened. Ikbid, he got angry. Savarla, he held a person shouldn't stand in a Mokum Sakana V'Yomer Osin L'Nes and say that they're going to do a nace for me. Shema ain't Osin L'Nes. Maybe they won't do a nace for him. Because Lomar is Osin L'Nes. They do a nace for him. Menakilim is Kliyosa. He's going to lose credits. He's going to lose his Kliyos. Amar Avchana Mikro D'Chsiv Chatontim Kol Chasadim Kol Emes. Yaakov says, I lost my Kliyos. I lost my credits, my schar, because of the chesed and emes that I wasn't deserving of. What was so great about the Barava? They asked Rab Zera or Ad Barava, how did you lengthen your days? How did you live so long? I never got angry in my house. I never took steps in front of someone who was greater than me. I never thought about Direi Torah in dirty places. I didn't walk Daled Amos without thinking of Torah, or at least wearing tefillin. I never slept in the base medrash, even a temporary sleep. I never was happy when my friend had fell down. I never called my friend by his nickname. I never called him alternatively by his last name. Let's talk about Rav Huna now. What are some good things that Rav Huna did? What he did in his youth, I don't remember. What he did, the great things he did when he's older, I remember. Whenever it was cloudy, they would take him in a golden chair to carry him around. He would go and check out the entire city. She said the Havas Reisa, any wall that was a bad wall that was about to fall down, he would knock it down. bani la. If it was possible, the master of the wall, the owner, had money to pay for the rebuilding of the wall, he would rebuild it. Below, efshar bani la iyum mididei. If the person who owned the wall couldn't afford to rebuild it, he would rebuild it out of his own money. Every Erev Shabbos, he would send the shliach to the marketplace. Any extra vegetables that they had, the gardeners had, they brought to the shuk to sell. He would buy it, and he would throw it into the river. Why didn't he just give it to the aniyim? The samcha that I lost on the mizbah, because if he did that, they're going to rely on him and not going to buy, and sometimes there's going to be nothing left. Throw it to the animals at least. Food fit for a person you don't give to an animal. Why should you buy it all? If you didn't buy it, then the gardeners wouldn't bring a lot of vegetables. They only bring b'tzimtzum what was needed to buy, and they didn't want to be left with extra. When we had a certain medicine which was not available to the public, he filled up a jug that was used for water. He tied the medicine by his door. He want to take the medicine, come and take. Alternatively, he knew something about this shade Shivsa, who attacked people that didn't wash their hands before eating bread. He had a jug of water he tied by his door. And everyone needs water. Come wash your hands before you eat, in order you shouldn't come to a sakana. When he would eat bread, he would have a meal, have a pasach lababe. He would open his door. Like Pesach, anyone who eats bread should come and eat. Rava said, I could do everything he did, lavar maha, except for this, the last thing I couldn't do, mishum, the nefishi b'nei chela, the mechuzah, because a lot of soldiers in mechuzah, they would come steal my food, so I couldn't do it for them. So with that, we'll conclude today's shir. I hope you have all have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow.